watching my screen. And we are here in the eTwinning Learning Lab. Many of you already started with the step 1 and with some sharing. You know, we have had a problem with the map, with this page where we are, and problems still are there, not for the tool that now is working, but for the fact that many of you didn't put any name in the map. So if I open the map, I can see many of you without the name in the map. Nocta 6, Turkey, and Savigliano. Some of them, if I open the pin, some of them are there, but some other, for instance, this one, are not there. So we kindly recommend you to enter again the map and edit the map, adding your names in your pin, in your special point. So you have to write the name of the school, but you have also to write your name. Otherwise, there's no way to record that you have done the task. Okay? I hope it's clear, because it's very important. Otherwise, some of you maybe already put something in the map, but didn't put the name that is written here. So put the name and the school. Another important thing is that you do not add levels in the map. So just to be on the safe side, I would like to show you how to proceed. So you click in here and you arrive here, you put the name of the place. For instance, I put the place where I am in this moment. Then I add to the map, and then I edit the pin, and then write here my name. Okay? And then I can save and add the picture I would like to add. So for instance, I can write here the name of the place, and when I find a picture, I would select it and add there. Okay? I hope now it's absolutely clear. So I have the name of my school that I can put there. Okay? And then a picture, at least one, but maybe it's better if you put more than one. We would like to get in touch with you. We would like to explore your world. And this is important if you put videos and pictures in here. Every time you need only to click on the plus, and then you need to save. That's all. I hope it's clear. Now you have also the recording. You can add everything you would like to add in the map. I noticed that someone in the chat is writing. Please, Alessandra, check the chat, and then I will do the same for you. Okay, perfect. So we are approaching the beginning. We are here in the learn.
Sorry if I interrupt you, Vittoria. There is Alexandra Mania, probably because she raised the hand. Probably she want to ask something. I'm not sure, and I'm not sure about we want to organize this kind of thing. If we participant can interrupt us to ask something, or maybe later at the end.
I think it's better at the end if we still have time. Otherwise, we run the risk to interrupt too many times. So please, if you have questions, put the questions in the chat, and maybe Alessandra take note of the questions. And if at the end we have time, we will answer to anyone. Okay? Okay, that's okay. So, just to start, I would like you to answer very, very quick to this Menti I put you in the chat. Okay? I put a Menti in the chat, and this Menti ask you some very, very short questions. So the Menti is there, and the first question we have is, why should I open an eTwinning project in your opinion? So you have the link in the chat, or you can go to www.menti.com and use the code 5723818. Here you have the bar that can be moved from not important to very important. Not important, the bar stay on number 1, and very important, the bar goes to the number 10. And the entries are to practice English, to open the class to a European perspective, to use technology, to acquire key competencies, to start with instructional active strategies, to propose new ways of learning, to try new ways of teaching, and to have fun. So please, don't think for a too long time. Be very quick in answering. It's something instinctive. It's just to break the ice with this webinar that is all about eTwinning project. We think you are already involved in eTwinning. Maybe many of you are already involved in projects, but we would like to know more about you. So I wait for the last 2 or 3 answers, and then I will proceed to the second question. For the moment, the most important thing for you are to open the class to a European perspective and to use technology, or maybe better, to help kids in using technology. Okay, now you are 20. Let's pass at least the 22 participant contribution. So hurry. Go. So to use technology remains one of the most voted, the most important thing. And to open the class to a European perspective. Yes. Okay, to say the truth, all these entries are strictly connected to the eTwinning projects, because when you participate in an eTwinning project, you practice English. For sure, you open your class to a new European perspective, and you use technology. Not only you as teacher, but kids have to use technology, and you have to help them in using technology. Kids will acquire key competencies, and you will start with new instructional strategies, more active, more involving, more effective for the new learners. And for sure, you will be surprised from the different and new ways of learning that your learners will demonstrate. And you will be also surprised of the many different new way of teaching you will perform and you will try. And there's the fun aspect that it's not secondary. Okay, now I pass to the second slide, and I would like you to find 2 words, only 2. If I say eTwinning project, what do you think? Please tell us in 2 words, only 2. So not eTwinning in general, but eTwinning project. You have 2 entries, write 2 different words. Now I'm hiding the results, and as soon as I will have about 20 answers, I will show you the results. It's just to see the first things that you think if I ask you something about the eTwinning projects. Okay. Go in the Menti, you go to www.menti.com and then you put the code 5723818. Go, hurry. I want you to be fast and active during this webinar. Otherwise we run the risk to fall asleep, and this is not a good thing. We don't want to fall asleep at all. Okay, 17, come on. I'm going to show you the first result. This is very nice with kids. If you ask them to answer in a Menti like this for all the topics you would like to ask in this way, if even and especially if you are in distance learning, it's very nice to hide the results and then show the results in just one moment, just in a while. So the most voted words are collaboration and cooperation. I'm so happy with this. I'm very happy with this because this is the core of the eTwinning project, cooperation and collaboration. And very often it happened to me to have a look to some projects that are parallel and no collaboration, no cooperation. And this is a huge pity. eTwinning projects are first of all cooperation, communication, collaboration, and this makes me very happy. But we have also new experience, innovation, an approach to learning, sharing, a lot of sharing in eTwinning project, diversity, creativity, practice, respect, big success, friendship, enthusiasm, and so on. So, thank you for this slide. I proceed to the last one. This is very easy. It's the easiest one. Have you already been involved in an eTwinning project? Please answer yes, many times. Yes, few times. I'm here to start. Or no, I'm not interested. Okay, let's see. We have, 9 of you many times, 10 of you few times, 4 of you are here to start, but no one of you is not interested. So this is good. But we have many of the participants that already started and many times, so you're almost expert, and this is a good thing. So probably today you will get bored. Hope no, but it's always better to revise some important concept, especially if this concept arrives from another country. For instance, many of you are not Italian, so maybe my perspective and Alexandra's perspective can be different. So let's start. Thank you for your contribution. Welcome in the webinar. We are going to start with this presentation. This presentation will be embedded in the TwinSpace at the end of the webinar. So in the page of the webinar, you will have the presentation and the recordings, okay? So don't worry, enjoy the webinar, and that's all. So guys, why to start an eTwinning project? The most important reason to start eTwinning project is this reason: the 21st century skills. Not only the skills, the competencies connected to foundational literacy, so literacy, numeracy, scientific literacy, ICT, financial literacy, and cultural and civic literacy, not only for this, that are extremely important and they should be embedded in your eTwinning project, but you should open an eTwinning project also because eTwinning projects are really very useful to develop those competencies important for students to get accustomed in approaching complex challenges. That is critical thinking and problem solving, because when they have work in autonomy, when they have to solve topics, or when they have to find solution, they are training their critical thinking and their problem solving. But also because with eTwinning project, they are ready to use their creativity. You have to remember that eTwinning projects are student-centered. And if you have students already independent, that means middle school, end of the primary school, and higher secondary school, the project should be totally students driven, because students are the real protagonists of projects. So if you have very small kids, are the teachers that try to manage the project, but always considering the children's opinions and willings. But if you are working with kids from the middle, lower secondary school, higher secondary school, or 10, 11 years old kids, from 10, 11 years old to higher education, in this case, the project should be students driven, and so their creativity can fly at the maximum level. For sure, during the eTwinning project, we are training communication skills and collaboration skills, because during the meetings, kids meet each other, communicate and collaborate, but especially in shared tasks, they have to collaborate online. It's better if this is made face-to-face, but it could also be done through collaborative web tools or through shared clouds. And this is very important, because in the future, when they become adults, collaboration and communication, even at a distance, is one of the fundamental skills requested even for their jobs. And so it's very important that the school work to train these competencies. In eTwinning projects are also very well trained those character qualities useful to approach a world in continuous changing, a changing environment. You are totally aware of this, because we are totally aware that the world that we are living in this moment, it's not even the same world of 6 months ago. Everything is changing at a very, very fast speed, very, very fastly. And so children should be helped in managing this completely and continuous changing. So we have to help them in training their curiosity, and when they are in contact with other kids from other countries with different backgrounds and with different roots, they are very happy to ask, and they are curious to know something about them. We have to help them in develop their initiative competence, that it's so useful in this world where everything has been already invented and everything is so changeable, it's so fast. They have to become aware of who they are and what they are able to do, and be aware of their competence and take the action to invent or to realize their own life. And then we have to help them in training persistence, grit, resilience. And when they are involved in an eTwinning project, many problems or many challenges occurs, and they have there to solve this problem. Or to managing the fact that something didn't run as they would like. to be. And they have to be very adaptable, because sometimes the meets are not perfect, or the tasks are not the tasks they would like to have, and they are continuously involved in something that help them to develop all those skills, even the leadership skills, because that is not the willing to overwhelm the others, or not to be followed at every condition. The leadership is being aware of what I am good at, being credible and understandable from the other, and so be respected from this and follow for this. And the last competence absolutely developed in eTwinning project is the social and cultural awareness. So being aware of my roots and have my own beliefs, but being also aware that I live in a world with many different people, with different roots, with different beliefs and different frameworks, and being able to communicate properly with them and act for the world with them, it's so important. For this reason, we arrive to this other infographic, that is the global competence. This global competence has been recognized by the PISA, the OXE-PISA. Here you have something to go deeper in this concept. The global competence is composed by some important skills they have. So they have to examine local, global, and intercultural issues. And this is something very normal in a training project. They have to understand and appreciate the perspective and world view of others. So go in someone else's shoes, to say in small words. So understand and appreciate different perspectives. Take action for collective well-being and sustainable development. This is another very important thing that we have to help our kids doing. So work for the well-being of the community, work for the well-being of the world in a sustainable world. And the other one is to be engaged in open, appropriate, and effective interaction across cultures. So for those of you that are already involved in projects, will be extremely clear that all these are the eTwinning project. When you work in eTwinning, all these competencies become the normal everyday work. Okay? I hope that everything was clear. Now I stop sharing and I pass the floor to Alessandra that will continue with the presentation.
Thank you, Victoria. Now I show you my screen. Are you? No, just one moment. Okay. Okay. So you are able to see. So now we have a look on how to start a project effectively. What we need to start a project? We need, of course, it's obviously a working internet connection. We know not every time we have a very good connection in our school, but we should try everything it's possible. So ask to administration entity, local administration, in order to have one good internet connection, or sometimes also the school has some resource to do it, because it's the basis. It's good. We need a whiteboard or interactive panel or something like that, because it's important for students or for kids to meet face to face, for example in video conference, but also it's very useful to show the activity that we have to do, or the twin space, so we can organize and show to pupils how they have to do in the project. We need devices for kids, laptop or tablet. It's important. They can use, for example, individually, or maybe in small group, or they can work in pair with their devices to start some activities, to organize some activities for the project. We need cooperative web tools. It's very important. Cooperation is the most important thing in a twinning, in a project. We need not just work in parallel, so one partner organize some activities, another partner other activities, and then we upload everything in the twin space. We need to work at the same activities, to create something together. We can decide how to manage this, but it's important that there is effective cooperation between all partners. There are many web tools. Maybe if we have time later, Vittoria will show you some very useful tools for cooperation. It's important to share a work method. You can decide how you want to organize your project. You can organize, for example, some international group, small group of students from different countries, or you can divide the activities in some tasks, and every partner organize and create one task, and then we put all together. It depends of the project that you want to do, but also it depends of the pupil's age, but it's important to have one method. And also it's important to decide the setting of a twinning project, to organize the step of the project, to organize the twin space where you have to work. It's important also to organize all tools that you need. So the setting is very important. You should plan everything in order to run a very successful project. It's important to fix which skills you want to improve in your students. Also, it's important that respect the deadline, fix the deadline and respect them, because you have to be on time every time. If one partner works at each time and another one month later, there is no interaction, there is no collaboration. Probably also the project is not so effectively. And I let this for the last one, because we need a lot of enthusiasm in our job in eTwinning. I think have fun is one of the most important thing, of course, together with all the other one. But normally we work on eTwinning because eTwinning is very it's very a fun way to organize a project. With pupils are exciting every time. They really enjoy to work on eTwinning. And Speaking about our partner, we will see how many partners is good to involve in one project. So the minimum is 2, and we suggest you don't involve too many partners. It's important that the number of partners is not so high, because otherwise it's very difficult to cooperate. It's very difficult to organize the activity. Many times a project with many partners, there are only few partners who effectively work and all the others not, or there is no interaction, no cooperation, just every partner uploads some activity, but it's very difficult to manage this kind of project. We suggest that good number can be 3-5 partners. In this way you are able to manage the project in a very good way. And where do you find the partner? In the partner forum of eTwinning. So I'll show you the first step to get started with one eTwinning project is have an idea. You have the idea of your project. You can decide if you want to launch one project or if you want to find somebody else that want to you want to be involved in another project as a partner. So go to eTwinning website. Let's see. Okay. In the eTwinning Live, there is a partner forum. Click on partner forum and you can see the different section of the forum with different target age. For 11, or maybe you teach in a middle school, so 12, 15 or 16, 19. So you choose the correct target and click and go to the forum. You can search in the forum for a country, for a topic, or you want to create, if you want to launch your own idea, you can create a new post and write something, and then you have to be in touch with your partner. Contact the possible partner by private mail, it's the best, or in the forum, but you can share your email for private, to be in contact in a private way. Then you decide together which is the project line. You start to plan, you share your idea, you can add other idea, and it's a good idea. We suggest to open a shared document in any cloud, so it can be OneNote, Google Drive. In this way you can work together at the same document and organize the plan of a project. And every partner, or the partner, normally one project is there are 2 partners that are the co-founders, and then you can add other partners. So you can start to write something, to decide the idea, to decide the step, but you can also open the document to other partners. You decide, for example, I want to involve 3 partners, 4 partners, not so many, and every partner should have the opportunity to give the contribute to the project. Then you have to establish the project step page by page. The page is the path of the project. And next step is the build, or next step, or at the same time, It's important. Another thing, another tips, it's build a very good team. Collaborate with your team and meet them face to face. You can use Skype, you can use Hangouts, you can use other tools, but it's important that you can meet, that you can organize some video conference, you can meet face to face. So you really, it's not some partner that they don't know how is the other partner, but you can discuss together. It's very important. Have one good team. It's a very good start for the eTwinning project. And then you can start to work on the twin space. The twin space is organized in a very well way, so you can find all the sections. There is the material section, materials. You can upload file, you can upload pictures or videos. Remember, the videos should be uploaded on Vimeo or YouTube, and then you put the link. In the file you can put Word, PDF, presentation, whatever. For the pictures, pay attention to because there is one limit on megabyte that you can upload, so maybe you can use some tool to reduce the pictures in order to be able to upload properly. The page is the project path, as I said before. So organize the page. All the page should be collaborative pages, so not one page. Sometimes we see some project, there is one page for the partner from Croatia, another page from the partner from another country. No, you should open the page for the activities. In the page all partners work together. In the page you should, on the top, you should write a description of the activity, so everybody, it's clear for everybody what they have to do, and the deadline, every time fix the deadline and try to respect them. You can upload your outcomes. You can, it's very important, give feedback to the work done from the other partner. So say great, say I like this, say all right, this is very interesting, give suggestion if you want. Also use the forum. It's very good for the discussion, to share idea. For teachers, for example, they can share some problems that they encountered on the project, on the thematic of the project. For students, it's important because they can get in touch better. They can use the language, even written language. They can share some aspect of the culture of the country and discuss about the similarities, the differences. So it's very, very important. So try to use the forum, of course, according to the student's age. And open, use the live, use the chat, try to organize a chat session or video conference. They are very exciting for students. They can see each other. It's very, very, very nice. And the member section, you can invite students, you can invite other partners, and you can invite guests. For example, if your students are kids, are young, you can invite some parents to have a look at the twin space or all the work done. And the last one is the recognition. So when you have follow all this path. Your project is very nice. There is collaboration. There is a very good activities, high quality. You can apply for the national quality label. It's very nice because of recognition, and children, of course, students are very proud when they get the certificate. And I think now it's the Victoria turn. Yes, Victoria, I give you already the screen, and you continue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just one moment. I try to
one of the participants said that the quality label is the one of the happiest moment of the eTwinning project. Yes, it's true. Even if sometimes it's even more important for teachers than for children, and this is not so good. So, as we wrote in the Learning Lab, remember that the center of projects are always kids. And so even without a recognition, they are happy to learn together, they are happy to collaborate, and so on. But for sure, the quality label, it's a good moment. So I will continue, and I will share my screen and come back to you. Okay, here I am, and here I am. So, in the twist space, how do you organize your project? Alexandra already told you some important aspects. For instance, the one of the number of partners. And it happens to me to see these big buses of project. I call them big buses with 30, 40, 100, 300 partners. These projects are impossible because they can't be really cooperative, they can't be really collaborative, you can't develop a common path if you are so many. So, what is important in a project? For sure, the outcomes are important. For sure, in a project, it's important to have an evaluation that should be related to kids, to teachers, and if possible also to families, because this way you can monitor all the different targets and be aware if families are part also of their children's learning path. You have to have the working method, as Alexandra already told you. You have to have tools and timings, and you have to follow the results you have set at the beginning of the project, because at the end of the project you should have an impact. I would like to show you an example of a project. This is a strange example. It's not it's quite different. It's a good eTwinning project. It was good because it has been recognized with the national prize, but it's a little bit strange in its organization. As you said, we have the pages. As you said, if you are new to the twin space, as you see, this is a twin space, and it's very, very similar to the learning labs. You have home pages, material, forum, online meetings, and member. In a twin space, you have exactly the same. When you are in pages, for instance, you can see a project in a glance. If I come here, I can see the project summary, I can see what students are going to develop, what are the goals, what are the teacher are going to do, what are they going to develop, the timings, the student's age, all the things at a glance. And then we have also a sort of schedule of all the things we are going to do during the year. As you can see, this project has been developed during an online meeting with all the participants, and together we opened this organizer for the project, and we complete it together. So this is collaborate. This is a good beginning for a project. Start together in deciding step by step the activity, step by step the different deadline, step by step all the topic of the project, step by step the different way to monitor and evaluate the project and the way to disseminate. So what did we do? We meet together in an online meeting during an evening after a hard working day at school, and together with this empty schedule, we decide together what to do. The result was the twin space that was organized exactly how we decided together. Alexandra, could you please switch off your microphone, because I have a sort of echo when I'm talking. Thank you. No, don't worry. And then after this page, we had the project interaction page, and so some suggestions and tips about how to interact together, and Outsider to discuss even after our meeting. And then we had a sort of project map as we did this time, and some presentation of the country. Then we said who we are, and we have also a selfie page and a page for the logo. So at the end of this page, with all the different logo posted, we had a logo contest competition, and after this logo contest competition, we had a winner, and this was the winner logo. But all participants, all members contribute with more than one logo. So we had many different logos in the competition. And then here we have different pages where all partners can contribute. This project, the title of this project was Little Schools Outdoor, and it was a project related to the rural schools. For this reason, I'm explaining you this project. And as you said, rural schools has around them normally a fantastic environment, a fantastic natural environment. So the aim of the project was to bring the subjects outdoor, and so for this for each subject we create a page with the activity that each partner proposed, and at the end we exchange the activities. And we try to perform the activity that another partner invented and performed for us. And after these exchanges, the teacher could vote what was the most effective and useful activity for that subject. As you see, in this page, we use the possibility to add content, and we added different content. And then we use the possibility to use the twin board to exchange the different exchanges activities. And in this twin board, sometimes we put also some link to demonstrate to the other partners that their activities was very funny, was very important, was very effective. And then we use the survey, and at the end we use also the discussion. So as you've seen, in just one page, we use different tools provided by the TwinSpace. And we did this for every single subject. So maths outdoor, science outdoor, foreign language, history, art, physical education, problem solving, SEL, that is social emotional learning outdoor. And so all the subjects that we normally perform indoor were performed outdoor, and with a lot of exchanging among teachers and experiences, we grew a lot in outdoor learning. But at the end, we also demonstrate that we as teachers met many times, and every time we met, we give the evidence of this meeting, and we sum up the meeting for those partners that couldn't participate. And then we organize all the online events with students. In this way, students could also meet, and they met in different ways, because they met in chat, but they also met online in video conference. And considering that this project was connected to kids 4 to 14, so we have different partners with different children age, we decided to have live meetings with the same age, so kindergarten with kindergarten, primary to primary, lower secondary to lower secondary, and so on. And we testify, we gave the evidence of those meetings many times, and every time we met. And this was also very important, because evaluator could see that there was a real interaction among students, among teachers, in different levels for different reasons. And then we also collect student feedbacks using Flipgrids. For instance, we have students' grids with password, of course, and we have also teacher grids. So at the end, teachers and students could video record their impression, their memories in grids using Flipgrid. That is a very, very useful, very useful tools. And then we also create some comics, very small, and some videos to say how nice was staying together, learning together. Then we have the project evaluation with students for and the results, single answer, global answer. And then we have the teachers for and the results, teacher, single answer, and global answer. And then some other tools to testify that we had share also the our impression, our feelings. As you can see, in this project there were many members, because we were 35, but many of these members belongs only to one school. For instance, in my institute we were in 7, in another school we were in 3, in another one they were in 5. We didn't have many students involved directly in the TwinSpace because most of them were very young, but we provided a guests account for family, and this was also very important because families follow the project. At the end, we also demonstrate how we disseminate the project. In this page, country by country, we give evidence about how we disseminate the project activity on classroom blogs, on website of our schools, on Twitter accounts, or during the dissemination activity with colleagues, and every country demonstrate how they did, providing links or providing pictures, or anyway giving evidence of what they did. And this is also very important, because if a project is cooperative and well organized, it should have also the dissemination part very well organized. We also create a page to give evidence about the communication, the internal communication, because when you are in the twin space, we have in this side of the twin space, not in this because it's a closed project, you have the teacher bulletin. The teacher bulletin is not visible to the evaluators. And so if you want to demonstrate that you also have had a good internal communication, it's good to screenshot the teacher bulletin and put the screenshot inside. And then only at the end, we add some collaborative products. One was about the best activities, the most voted activities, and one was to give the evidence of our European best moments, because we ask all partners to give us some picture about the best moment of the project, and then we documented how we work during the project. So this was a complex project. Only at the end we put the quality labels we received, only at the end. It was a complex project with a high number of partners, and for high number of partners I mean 35, but more or less we were 7 or 8 schools. This was a complex project because it was managed by 2 ambassadors, and so you don't need to organize such a big project, because a very well-organized project can be also a small project. So especially if you are going to start, please do not start with very big project. Start small, but do very collaborative, very cooperative activity, and explain them step by step in the page with caption or with some presentation, in order to help other partners to follow your path, and then provide all the steps you need. This project was awarded with the National Prize 2019. At that time, was not the evaluation was not so focused on copyright and privacy, but of this project, only the first 3 pages are public. So the privacy was completely guaranteed for kids, and we didn't use any content taken by the net, so we put only original content. So I would have liked to show this example to help the ones who are new in project understand that a project should be as much possible participated, collaborative and cooperative. In this page, we put some tips. Please read them carefully, because a project should be really a very important occasion for kids to learn. The main aim is always learning together, not demonstrate to have done something, but to do something in a very positive and effective way. Then the quality label will come, but before, focus on kids, focus on their participation, focus on their skills, focus on collaboration, focus on the important things for them. Be creative, be divergent. Do not recycle material in more than one project, because this is awful, really awful. And enjoy the project, because enjoying the project already means have a successful project. But to come to the eTwinning quality level criteria that you have linked in the presentation, I'd like to help you in understand that you will focus on 5 different important criteria. The pedagogical innovation, the project has originality in terms and themes, it uses variety of pedagogical methods, pupils are the ones who take the lead, and so on. Curricular integration. In the project, if you work on competencies, on the competencies of the 21st century, for sure you can't work only on a subject. So the curriculum should be integrated in the project for more than a subject. If you are running an eTwinning project, you should not do extra activities, but you have to change the way you teach at school by leading the project, by running the project. So a project, it's not an extra activity, but a different way to work on your curriculum. And then you have the collaboration between partners. That is a fundamental aspect of the project. So partner schools work together for the activities, and they are not just recipients of information. Please do not work in parallel. Working in parallel is not a good way to perform a project, is a wrong way to perform a project. The product should be as much as possible collaborative, or at least, as you said in the project before, they should present a lot of interaction. I collaborate with you if I provide you an idea and you perform this idea and then you give feedback of this idea, or you can collaborate by create only one project all together with my picture and your caption, with my drawings and your voices. So complementarity inside the project. The project should involve the use of technology, but not only the teacher have to use the technology, children have to use the technology. Even if you have only a whiteboard, or even if you have only a limited number of devices, please help them in use these devices, document them while they're using the devices. And you have to provide a good documentation of the results and the impact. That means you have to check the evaluation, the dissemination, the impact, and, sorry, I forgot, in this part of the use of ICT, you have to pay a lot of attention in the copyright and e-safety issues. So in a good project, there should be a sort of page where all partners agree on how to deal with the data protection, with the privacy of kids, with the copyright of the material used, and so on. This is also very, very important. And another important thing is, so you have the checklist and you have all the criteria. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but now it's completely gone up at the end to recap what I'm losing at this moment. The other important thing that I would like to focus on, even if we have only quarter of an hour, is that inside this presentation we have another presentation connected, that is the one that show you some eTwinning tools. We also have a page here in our learning lab about the eTwinning tips and tools. A good tips that is written here to make all the different web tools collaborative is to create a common account. For instance, project@gmail.com, or anyway, a project account with shared password. In this way, if you create a project account with a shared password, all the partners can edit the same product, the same digital product. This is a good tip, and it's useful to make the project as collaborative as possible. So you will find tips and tools for the project in a page of our learning lab, but you can also find this other presentation. Now I'm going to show you some of these web tools. Unfortunately, we do not have time enough to show you in practice. I'm a teacher trainer in ICT, and it would have been lovely to show you, but we have no time enough. But we have some technical web tools very important. For instance, this is Photor, and it's nice because it helps you in modifying photos in creative ways, and it helps you in pixelate faces. This is very important. Do not take pictures of the kids in with their faces very evident. Take them in a distant way, but if you would like to put this picture, please pixelate their faces in order to guarantee their privacy and to respect the GDPR rules. Oh, now I remember what I would like to tell you. I would like to help you in remember that this part of the twin space, this part of the twin space, the home page, that is the journal, is always public. So please don't put kids in here. Don't put kids in here. In this part of the twin space, you should put only info or updating. For instance, oh, a new updating in page number 3, or a new contribution of Turkish partner in page number 5, and so on. Don't put face of children in this part of the twin space, and don't use this journal to develop the project, because the project developing is here in pages. Okay, this is only to focus and pointed out this important thing. So Photor is to edit pictures and photos in a nice and creative way, and to protect our kids' image. Then we have this other tool that is compressed JPEG. Alexandra told you that the twin space accepts photos no bigger than 2 megabytes, and so most of them need to be compressed. In compressed JPEG, for instance, you just need to put there a maximum number of 20 pictures, and then you can download them compressed, but with a very high quality of the images. Then here you have a very nice tool. I love eTwinning, and I'm going to show you this for 5 minutes. eTwinning, it's very simple and help kids in create a frame of comics, and it's nice to put a picture from the ones provided by the tool, or also you can browse and upload your own pictures. And for instance, I can put this, and then you can add characters, and then you can move the characters where you want, and make them bigger or smaller, and then you can add some bubbles in the frame, and say make the bubbles written. Hi, nice to see you there. Nice to see you there. Sorry, there. And as you see, then you apply, and you have already created something. Then you can put some props. For instance, you can put this one and move where you prefer, and adapt it to the picture. And then you can add a title, Fun Days in eTwinning. Fun Days in eTwinning, and you say okay, and then you move your title in there, and then you just need to download this frame, and it's a normal image. As you've seen, you didn't need to create an account, you didn't need anything. For instance, this could be the beginning of a story that I start, and maybe Alessandra can continue with her kids, and then maybe another colleague can continue with other kids, and so on. In this way, we can create a collaborative story in comics. This is very nice, it's very simple, it helps in being collaborative, and it helps kids in using technology. It was just an example. Sorry to have bored you. And then if I continue, we have this very nice tool that is Anon Vote. It's useful to vote, for instance, logos, or the best products, or vote something in an anonymous way. Oh, this is still in Italian. I will correct it as soon as possible. And then here we have another tool to create the logo for the project. That is a nice activities that can be done country by country, and then can be voted, for instance, with Anon Vote, or can be voted with a Google form. And then another one that I really love, this is a complex tool, but it's make you a happy teachers, because it really provides you many different possibilities to create whatever you want, all the project and all the presentation, interactive image, games, learning experience. It's great. And you can invite colleagues in editing the same product, or if you create an eTwinning account, a project account, everything can be naturally collaborative. And then If your Padlet is not enough, you can use these idea boards. That is another board that can be shared with partners and is a good alternative to Padlet. That is the grandfather of all the tools. Okay, and then here we have Flipgrid. You've seen I use Flipgrid in the project. It's a very useful tool that can give you the possibility to record videos of kids and make them all in a grid, and this video can be watched by all the kids. The important thing if you use Flipgrid is to put password to protect your grids. This is important, otherwise you can't protect the privacy of your kids. Then here there's Spark, that is another very effective multi-tool, and you can present a content in a sparkling way. You can create presentation, you can create video trailers, you can create poster. It's very nice. And then at the end, this is something kids really love, play at a distance with Kahoot or with quizzes. You can play together in synchronous at the same time, but with quizzes, you can also create some quizzes and using them in practice mode, embed them in practice mode or link them in practice mode in the TwinSpace. And this means that kids can use these quizzes on their own at home if you are in the TwinSpace. This is another very important thing. So we are approaching the end of our presentation, and we would like only to remind you that here we have the social account of eTwinning. We have the Instagram account, the Twitter account, the Facebook account, and here we added a group that is the Virgilio group, very important for those of you that are at the beginning of their experience in eTwinning or at the beginning with eTwinning project. This group is very supporting, it's very supportive, it's very effective, and sorry? Okay. Yes, but okay, this is what the CSS told you. Okay, so I think we do not have time for questions. Did they add something, Alessandra, that we do not, that you didn't answer, or are we okay with their questions? Okay, very good. So enjoy the learning event, continue with the steps, continue with the pages. No panic if any other problems occur. It can happen. No panic at all. We have time. If it's something wrong should happen, we will fix it. Just be patient. No panic. We are here for you, but we are not always available. Okay? Thank you very much. And goodbye. Next webinar will be, Alexandra, on the 27th, right? Okay. From 3 to 5. Bye-bye.